Hello, 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 everyone. Alan here. Sorry if this is a little crooked. I'm here to do the Canterbury Tales Tag. And it's an original tag by A.J. Dunn at A.J. Dunn Reads. And I was tagged by Roz at ScallydandlingAbouttheBooks. And linked below to both of their channels. Especially go to AJ's, and I also saw Brian at Bookish. I'll link his version of this below too. Go to their channels for the prompts, because I'm not going to include mine because I'd have to type them out with my thumbs. So I have my answers here, got the prompts here, got my stack of books over here to show up. Other ones I'll try to put like the book up, but I have most of the books I talk about. So let's get on with the tag, shall we? Prompt 1. The host is the character who relates the tales to the reader. He is large, loud, and merry. Recommend a mammoth book, over 800 pages, for March of the Mammoths. Now, I've participated in in 3 March of the Mammoths, or Marching Mammoths, it's also called. And I can't remember if I read this. I've read this twice. And I have a playlist on this. It's Against the Day by Thomas Pynchon. And it is a big book at over 1,000 pages. And it is one of the best novels I've ever read. Like I said, I've read it twice. I would reread it again. It's a great book. Prompt 2. The knight stands for fighting, war, and bravery. Recommend a book with a courageous main character. This is one of my favorite Vonnegut books. It's called God Bless You, Mr. Rosewater. It is hilarious, and he's very courageous. In many ways, he's a true artist. That was a buddy read with my Vonnegut reading partner, Stephanie Cohen. Prompt 3. The wife of Beth stands for marriage, sex, and arguing. Tell us about a book with a strong female character. And here I'm going to go up here and show you all my collection of Clarice Lispector novels. Now, just pick one for a strong female character. The Passion According to G.H. is a great novel. The Chandelier was a weird one. I mean, they're all weird. Aqua Viva might be one of my favorites. The Hour of the Star. We're getting ready to read The Apprenticeship. Roz and Una and the boys at the CodeX Cantina are going to read that. Coming up. Prompt 4. The Pardoner is all about ambiguity. Tell us about your favorite queer characters. Here I need to put up the cover of Marlon James's Black Leopard, Red Wolf. And that is a cast of queer characters indeed. It's a great book. I reviewed it. And I can't wait for the second and third books. I guess it's part of a trilogy. I also read his, I have it up there, A Brief History of 7 Killings about Jamaica and Bob Marley and all that. That's a great book too. I like Marlon James a lot. 7. The monk cares little for the rule of work and prayer. Tell us about an unconventional character. And here I put Ignatius from A Confederacy of Dunces. And I don't have that book. It's in a box in Phoenix, but I've read that several times. I love that novel. 8. The Friar is all about confession. Confess to us. Have you read the Bible, the Torah, Quran, any spiritual texts? Um, I've read the Bible, and I was in catechism and was confirmed and all that. I was an altar boy, and then I read the Bible again as an undergrad at Kent State. We had a class on it called the Bible as Literature, and I'm into Jewish mysticism and like the mystical Kabbalah, uh, and that. So I've read some Jewish texts. What else? I've read several Buddhist texts and sutras. I have some mantras and Om Mani Padme Hum, and I like spiritual texts a lot. 9. The summoner is lecherous and a drunk who tries to sound more educated than he is. Tell us about a book that sounded better than it was. I'm going to go with Ohio. I tried to read that twice, and Brian and Bookish and I got into an argument about it a couple times. I just think it's full of tropes, and I was born and raised in Ohio and went to undergrad at Kent State University in Ohio. And it just like it had Tina, the high school slut. We have, Ronnie, the guy who became a drug addict. And, I liked it better the first time when it was called The Big Chill. 10. The person is poor, but rich in thought and deeds. Tell us about a book that gave you more than you expected. Oh, man, I skipped a lot. I'm sorry. What the... Okay, I'm sorry, I skipped. Let's go back to 5. The Miller is bold, blasphemous, and overturns conventions. Who is your favorite naughty character? And it has to be none other than Molly Bloom in Ulysses. I mean, please. Her affair with Blazes Bolin, her fantasies about her past, the literature she reads, from Paul de Kock to Sweets of Sin. That's my favorite naughty character. Hey, I might be vaping, but I'm 8 days off cigarettes. I'm 8 days off that damn wicked cigarettes. I figure if Keith Richards can do it, I can too. 6. The prioress is modest, quiet, and compassionate. Recommend a book you don't hear much about on BookTube. And I'm going to go with a favorite book of mine that I've bought for presents for people several times. It's called Shadowram, and I forget who it's called. I should have looked it up. He's one of those guys with 3 names, like hang on, I'm going to look it up. Yeah, Gregory David Roberts wrote Shadowram. So, yeah, that's a great book about India, and it opens up with a prison break. The guy breaks out of prison, and he's all into the underground of illegal drugs and counterfeiting passports and everything in India and Bombay. And there's a great love story in it. And he even wrote a sequel to it too, which I've read. But anyway, Shadowram. Hey, now I think we're kind of caught up. All right, back to 10 now for those keeping track at home. So sorry about that. 10. The person is poor but rich in thought and deeds. Tell us about a book that gave you more than you expected. It's a book I'm currently reading with a group of us. If you're interested, it's on Boxer and that. Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads is hosting it, along with Roz too, I think. I'm in I'm in a couple group reads with Roz. The Magic Mountain. Yeah, I'm like 100 pages into it. 115. Loving this book so far. Much, much more than I expected. It's great. 11. The Squire stands for youth, beauty, and courting. What book did you fall in love with when you were a youth? Now, anybody who knows me a little bit or follows this channel, I love Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I love it so much that I know that there's no "the" in front of it. But there is a "the" in front of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. But not in front of Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I've read this book about 5 times, and I'll read it again. This is my Norton Critical Edition of it. 12. The clerk says little, but his words are wise and morally virtuous. Tell us about a short book that made you a better person. I've mentioned this book a couple times before in recent videos. The Four Agreements. I've read this book several times. It's 15. The merchant deals in furs and cloth and is powerful and wealthy. Recommend a book with a powerful message or theme. Boy, one of the greatest books I've read this last year, Olly CriminOlly. Many powerful messages and themes in here. Man, love, wealth, power, control, paranoia, self-sabotage. 16. The shipman is a wine-selling rascal. Tell us about a side character who steals the spotlight. How about my buddy Sonja in Don Quixote? He steals the spotlight, never seen it. If not him, then my other favorite character, the horse. I always forget his name. Rocinante, the horse. Rocinante, major character in Don Quixote. I think that's about it, isn't it? Yeah. Now there's several more. There's 26 tags, so I did 16 of them. Great tag, but I gotta go. I'm gonna tag some people. I tag Tommaso at Tom at LA Books. Tag Linda, the book lady. I tag Sonja at an enthusiastic reader. Let me tag Jeremy Fay. Don't call me Faye. My name is Fee. And about Olly at CriminOlly. Oh yeah, I also drew this yesterday. Turned out okay. It's with graphite pencils. Portland, 1949. Okay, now, peace out.